This is Jonah Hill, and you're listening to the only podcast that matters.
I met her on the floor down at Pierpoint Co., where they drink many pints and they like to snort lots of coca. C-O-C-A, coca. She walked up to me and she asked to short the Vicks. I asked her name and in a boss bitch voice, she said, Myha'la. M-Y-H-A-L-A, Myha'la. M-Y-H-A-L-A, Myha'la. Throw gang, we are joined by the pharaoh of the floor, the titan of the trade, sultaness of the stock market, damsel of the desk, her IMDb stacking bodies like industry's Robbie, the puff princess, the afters admiral, all my girl bosses getting money like Myha'la, the HBO head honcho. She's industry, you in the streets, acting so sick that her Bloomberg is terminal, the ketamine queen, got all these fans because she makes the wind blow, star of industry and bodies. Myha'la Herrold, Myha'la, how the hell are you?
Oh my God. That was amazing.
Thank you.
That was like the best introduction I have ever gotten, including the slap on the ass when I was born. That was fantastic. I'm so good. I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
The doctor, when you were born, didn't call you the ketamine queen? That's crazy.
Well,
yeah. This is our version of slapping you on the ass. So it's like
I'm living for it. I'm loving it. I'm feeling the sting. It's great.
Feeling this thing.
Feeling alive,
we are so happy for you to join us here on Throwing Fits, the only podcast that matters. We want to get right into it and do a little fit check. You're in London. You're in the telly right now. We want to know every item of clothing that you're wearing. The choice for you is, do you want to start top down or do you want to go bottom up?
We got to go top down because I got to leave the best for last.
Oh, okay. All right. Because going top down is a bit of a cop-like maneuver, but go off, Queen.
Please don't associate me with the cops. So on the top here, we've got a pretty basic, your everyday weekday crew neck sweater in classic black. Underneath here is my PJs. I have a little silk green PJ shirt underneath on the
Fancy.
bottom. I know I am a little bit bougie.
Bougie. Is the PJs like because you're chilling in the telly, or is that like what you were out in earlier?
No, I'm in the telly. However, I have been known to wear my PJs out with depending on the vibe. If I'm going for a little early aughts, like cash but not moment, I have been known to do that. On the bottom, I have some navy blue New Balance sport shorts.
Oh, okay.
Which are new, very comfy, very breathable, and
they have a British ting.
No, but I guess it is, isn't it?
No, they love New Balances in the UK. They have like a made in UK line of shoes. Anyway, I don't want to belabor the point. We want to get to the piece de resistance. I'm being too nerdy.
Indeed. The piece de resistance are these green shearling Bottega Veneta house slippers.
Wow. Swag.
My pride and joy, as you can see, I have worn them to shit. I wear
the Bottega to the bodega?
I do. These are great. They're like, when I first put these on, I was like, what are these? And then I slipped them on my foot and it was, I'm not kidding, like stepping on an actual cloud.
Or the Grinch's penis as well. That's kind of what it reads like to me.
Honestly, it's giving more than that. Somehow it is giving more than the Grinch's penis. But
it's giving grussy. That's what it's juicy grussy.
That grussy.
Oh God. I know what I've got myself into now. I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's full fit for me today.
I love
What about jewels though? Like obviously the nose ring, we see that every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got my classic jewels. I have 2 piercings in each ear, my septum and my nostril. All of them are, I think this was like an Amazon moment, honestly. They're stainless steel, but I never ever take them out. That's like
Bezos on the body.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Were any of those?
She's a cop. She supports Jeff Bezos.
You're blowing it, dude. We need to have your publicist pull the fucking cord.
Right. Believe it or not, I'm actually not black either. Can you imagine?
Yeah, she's been in blackface her whole career to get roles.
My whole
People don't know
life.
that. Yeah. Wait, with the piercings, were any of those post Harper for the role, or everything was like you had them all?
No, I actually had these all.
Okay.
I've had all of these piercings from college, and I had to take my septum out to play Harper.
Sick. And all the tats that we see on the show are yours as well, right?
Indeed. Yep.
Sick.
And we ask this for every guest. It's not because you're a woman. What are the panties?
Oh.
And we call them panties on every episode.
Vince. I don't know. Honestly, I think I got these from my mom. She was like, I got these too
hand-me-downs.
small. You want them? We're very, very close. Yeah. No. These were like too small, but it's just, I mean, it's like nude, seamless, very modest thong vibes. I don't even know what this brand is, but they're very comfortable.
We love a modest thong on this show.
I mean,
so tasteful.
We're wearing
Thanks, Mom.
Shout out Mama Myha'la. And what are you sipping on?
This is a real shout out to the UK, an innocent super smoothie. The flavor is energized, strawberry, cherry, apple, something I can't pronounce, and flax seeds with vitamins.
Thought it was some pureed baked beans, baby.
Are we your first appointment of the day? Like, was this the first thing on the docket?
You are not.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, okay, it's like 5. Lawrence, it's like 5 p.m. there.
Oh, right. I guess what I'm trying to say is you are our first appointment today. But anyway, thank you for sipping on the energizing podcast juice. Fuck, I'm an idiot.
Absolutely. No, I had to be ready for y'all. You know what I mean?
Respect.
Yeah. I'm sure that Mick and Con gave you a bit of a heads up, which is why we actually, when getting into the meat and potatoes of this podcast, post fit check, post drink check, let's start with the mutual homies, Mick and Konrad, the creators and writers of our favorite show that you are the star of, Industry. Who has better drip, Mick or Con?
Oh no, y'all really trying to get me in trouble.
Yeah. You like the vintage Prada Dada or the Burberry Baddie?
Yeah. Buy the fit, short the drip.
Oh my God. I mean, can I be diplomatic and say they're both giving what needs to be gave? And I appreciate Konrad's sort of effortless. I've had this baseball jersey shirt thing since I was 6 years old type shit. Okay. And Konrad's deep commitment to wearing Burberry only all the time. And it takes a level of money to do that.
That's season 2 money.
I appreciate them both. I think they always look fabulous, and I'm constantly taking notes. So shout out to you guys.
Let's not forget that Mick also loves his Gucci. He loves his Laura Piana. He likes to spend his money. So shout out to fucking Mick, dude.
Last time we were in London, they were like, "Oh, oi, we're going to Annabelle's. Bring your suits and tings." And we were like, "You're joking. We didn't bring a suit for our like 1-day trip to London." And they're like, "Where the fucking suits, then?" And we're like, "What?" Like. And like, God, we can't go to Annabelle's now. What the fuck?
Exactly. Persona non grata.
They like to dress up for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So did you go to Annabelle's?
No. We couldn't. We wouldn't have passed. Really?
Yeah.
No.
Damn.
What are they called? Like supper clubs? What is it called? Like, is it I
don't know. A members club? I don't know.
Members only club,
I don't go to those very often. And I would definitely not pass the fit check at Annabelle's door. I could tell you that.
Really? They're not going to let you come in with the fucking grussies on the dogs?
wearing pajamas and the Grinch's cock on your feet?
Well, I mean, if I did bring those things, they might let me in because who knows what goes on in there? Am I right?
Yeah, for real, dude. We don't know. We have no idea.
Wouldn't know, would we?
Yeah.
They got every type of ussy in there. Myha'la.
All flavors.
We saw that you were out with Harry, with Mick and Con, with Marisa last night. But if you had to just pick one, who is your favorite Industry co-star to party with?
Oh,
please do not be diplomatic this time.
Yeah. No, I won't be. One. No,
thank you.
Period. Hands down, it has to be Marisa, just because that's my girl till the end. And when we're together, all bets are off. We really do get down, and which is saying something because I am actually a homebody. I really like to be at home.
Body.
Yeah.
Body. I don't go out very much. I have a man and 2 cats and every streaming subscription you could dream of. So I'm really good, like at home with a cup of tea and a pint of ice cream. So Marisa's really good to hype me up and get me out.
She can drag you out into these streets and get you active, energized.
What's a Myha'la Marisa collaboration looking like?
Oh God. Well, it might start with drinks and dinner. She'll probably take me somewhere very nice. If we're in London, since I don't know anything about eating in the city, really. She'll probably take me somewhere very nice. And then she'll probably be like, oh, so-and-so's out at blah, blah, blah. We should meet for a drink. And I'll be like, a drink, Marisa. And she'll be like, come on. And then I will go. Right. We'll probably have 2 there. And then she'll take me to a club and I'll just draw from my one and only club experience in London. I don't know what this place is called, but it has poles, poles that you can dance on.
Like stripper poles.
Yeah. Yes. And I did go once and I did climb to the ceiling and I did have an audience.
Wow.
Somewhere in one of our phones is a video of me absolutely tearing it up on the pole.
Release
I don't know where that is.
I was going to say that's like some blackmail compromise right there.
Right.
Or
I've just completely blackmailed myself. Watch that here in like a week. But yeah, so it'd probably look kind of like that. And then we would go home and she would tuck me into bed like a sweet little angel.
So she's the arm twister. She's the one that can get you out of your comfort zone and
she doesn't
and to the top of the stripper pole.
yeah, out the bed and to the ceiling.
Yeah, right.
Well, Myha'la, you have spent so much time in London. You're there now working on a project, and you obviously spent a lot of time there working on industry. What's the best British slang term that you've picked up? Or one that you find yourself accidentally using all the fucking time, much to the annoyance of your boyfriend or your homies back in New York.
Oh, right. Well, actually, I was with the gang last night and they were like, we read an interview of you and you said fucking hell.
Fucking hell, man.
I do say fucking hell all the time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cursing is their national pastime.
Yeah.
It is. And actually, I have such a potty mouth that I fit in so well over here.
Oh, yeah. Easy transition, dude, for sure. Right.
Cursing.
Fucking hell is a nice, like, emphatic. That's a period on any sentence right there.
It is. And also can be used widely. You can say about anything if you really want to.
Yeah. The kids learn in kindergarten over there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's part of the curriculum.
With the potty mouth and with just like, I mean, you talked about how the tattoos and the piercings kind of seamlessly go from Myha'la, the person, into Harper, Stern, the character. So season 1, you were mainly running around like London and the Pure Point trading floor. How was preparing for season 2, especially the fact that it was filmed during COVID, any different than preparing for season 1?
I think my approach, my prep is always the same. You go straight to the script, you learn all that you can learn from what is given to you, and then you fill it with your previous experience from all the things that I know about Harper and how she might navigate what happens in season 2. So the approach really isn't different. Like logistically for us, we were filming during COVID as opposed to not. So that did change, changed how we moved a little bit. We didn't really get to spend as much time out and about together, which was, difficult for us. And we were just really focused on not getting sick so that we could finish the show, which we did, which was amazing. Nobody got sick, and that's
Thank
great.
you for your service, by the way. That was big of you guys. We really appreciate it.
Unfortunately, because of the COVID protocols and because HBO is such a fucking wet blanket with the protocols and shit, they wouldn't let us have a cameo.
Yeah, we were trying to get
Mick and Con were like, "Yo, we're in London. We're in London." They're like, "Yo, come to Cardiff and be in the background, and maybe you'll get a line." The best we got was, "I'm not going to give anything away, but I believe my moniker of Horny Jimmy does make a cameo in season 2."
Yeah.
Yes.
You're talking to the real Horny Jimmy right now. So this is a big deal, the OG.
Oh, Jimmy, you're horny. We love you.
Jeff, clip it out.
Myha'la, in terms of like season 1 versus season 2, even like despite the fact that James and I shout from the rafters and the rooftops how much we love this, it feels like season 1 of Industry was a little slept on, relative to the prestige TV space. Whereas season 2, not just in terms of the content itself, but the press is off to like a rip-roaring start. Why do you think that is? Is it just like people have had more time to digest the show, or is it that season 2 is a level up? What do you think?
Well, I definitely think season 2 is a level up, and that comes naturally anyway. The first season of anything, especially something so new in the world like industry was, I think there's just a lot of question marks. It's like, who's going to love this? Are they going to watch it? The rollout was during COVID as well, which was a big question mark. We had no idea how that was going to affect the views. And honestly, in a lot of ways, I think it was good for us because people were forced to watch it because they'd run all their other normal shit.
Right, totally.
But yeah, I think just the people learned about our first season slowly, like in weird niche waves. And by the time season 2 was coming around, I think all of the people who'd ever watched it had finally been like, oh yeah, we're into it. And now we're excited for season 2. And yeah, I don't know. They gave the push on the press, which of course we all appreciate because that's how people know to watch things. So yeah, and absolutely, I think our show has leveled up in the second season. All of the elements have grown. We as actors have grown, making Konrad as writers, all the new creatives on the team, directors, producers, across the board. Everybody stepped up for the second season. We just weren't playing any games. So really
not
happy.
Fucking around.
Yeah, I'm happy with the attention we've got this time.
It's well
I think people really, maybe they finally saw the cum eating scene and they're like, whoa.
Yeah, they're like, I need to
tune in for season 2.
Yeah, this is right up my alley.
It's a niche audience, but it's an enthusiastic one.
Yeah. You could say they're a very hungry audience. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
They might even be starving.
They might be coming around for more. When you're out now, do you and the gang get like recognized by are you guys like cult heroes amongst banker bros because you finally given some like depth and emotion to this trash blanket block of people?
Oh, bless you. Listen, we love you guys. Thank you for painting a picture that we could then turn into a paycheck. Yeah, I think for me,
banks off the bankers.
Yeah,
right. Okay, come on now. Side hustle. No, I don't get recognized too often, at least for the first season, hardly at all, because it was during COVID, and so ain't nobody going outside, and I for sure was not.
Right.
But I have been recognized more and more as season 2 has dropped in the US and the anticipation of it in London. Since I've been here a few days, I was out to lunch with a friend and I didn't even see this happen because I was ordering my matcha latte. And I guess my friend saw 2 people on the street walk behind him and one goes, wait, hold on, is that her? And then the other one like pushed her down the street, was like, we have to get out of here. My friend goes, that was awkward. And I was like, I know, that waiter was kind of weird, huh? You didn't notice the like kerfuffle that just happened about somebody recognizing you? And I was like, oh my God, no, I'm not even thinking about that. And in the first season I had braids. So I think now that I don't, I'm a little harder to recognize, but as press and things and the second season has dropped, I think people are recognizing me a little bit more. I was at Comic-Con to promote Bodies, and
crazy.
There were quite a few people there who pulled me aside and they were like, I'm so excited for industry to come out. So that was really cool. Last night when I was out, a bunch of girls in the bathroom recognized me. And so I took a little quick selfie in the bathroom.
Oh, sick. Have you gotten used to that, or is that weird for you still?
No, it's still strange for sure, but I don't know. I try to approach it. Look, if people didn't watch the show, if we didn't have fans of the show, we wouldn't have a job. So I always try to approach it with kindness and patience. And, if someone's like, oh my God, is that? I'm always like, hi, how are you? Yes, it's me. Thank you so much for watching the show. You know what I mean? Put a little gratitude out into the world.
Sure.
But I think I'm never going to be fully used to complete strangers, like stopping in their tracks and looking at me like they've seen an alien. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Better get used to it. I mean, as your star continues to rise with bodies out today, or I guess out 3-4 days ago by the time you listen to this.
Yeah.
But Myha'la, now that you've played a banker and you kind of like have really dived into portraying them and their character as like, they're just as deep and complex and flawed as any other human. Like, do you actually have more empathy for banker bros when you see them, or is it still fuck capitalism?
I mean, it's still fuck capitalism, but I absolutely have more empathy for what they do, because to my outside eye, it was like, they make all this money. Like, fuck bitches get money, and then they're just like toxic masculinity is pervasive and like ruining everyone's lives. But I might also adopt a kind of behavior if I was dealing with the things that they're dealing with on the day to day. Like, you see how fucked up Harper is.
Right.
She's messed up. And that's because her job is so crazy and so difficult. And like, just purely the math of it all, I could simply never. Like, the skill and the life force that it takes to be in that industry. I have a lot of respect for anyone who actually chooses to do that. Also, your moral compass is like smashed on the floor to be able to do that. And I think that's actually like kind of an inhumane thing to do to yourself, but it's required for the job. So big ups to you for even going there. But it's still fuck capitalism for sure.
How fun is it to play these morally ambiguous, broken bastards? Like, is that as an actor, is that such an exciting opportunity? Like,
oh yeah, it gets me so fired up. I love it. The messier on the page, the better. It's always a good time to play something like a stretch of yourself, or at least not feel like. And this is what's so cool, I think, about industry and the way that they Mickey and Konrad and all of us have presented these people as so human. They're relatable because there is an ounce. The potential for a person to do what they do exists. It always exists. So to explore what that feels like inside of me and then do it, because I would never do it in life, is pretty cool. I find it very fun. And like, the more morbid it is, the more exciting it is to play.
So it's not to say that Harper Stern is your Joker or anything, but have you ever like borrowed from that character? Like, if you're in a frustrating situation and you're just like, what would Harper do? And you just fucking like steamroll your way through it.
Go off on a trick.
Yell at your Uber driver to hurry the fuck up or something.
No, if I've learned
just berating service workers.
No, God, no. If I've learned anything from Harper, it's to not do what she does. But what I think is similar actually in Harper and in me is this like desperate need to do what we do to the best of our abilities. I would say the best of my abilities are like less tragic than hers are, but she's going for it. She's so ambitious. And, you know, I think her, I was going to say professionalism, but that's not really a thing, is it? I was going to say like her desire to be the best, I relate to. And I always try to, you know, put my best foot forward in everything.
Would you say that like your career and where you're at right now and like where Harper is on the show is like analogous? And then it's like that it's like this crazy ambition and like not willing to do whatever it takes because you're not a psycho like she is, but like, do you feel that like there's the kinship there, right? Just like in where you're at in your career, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for lots of us starting this show, we were all sort of coming into this not ever having done a show this big or with this much responsibility, or for me leading a show and being on something for as long as I was in the first season. It was very much giving imposter syndrome. It was very much giving, I don't know if I can do this. It was very much giving, I have to make sure everyone thinks I can do it at the very least. And I know that Harper was going through all of that as well. And coming to do the second season now, we've all worked a little bit more. We've all grown up a lot. We've matured a lot. So we do kind of come into the second season with more confidence, more self-assuredness, and a sort of like, now I can really go for this attitude, which I think our characters also have.
Yeah, that's reflective on the quality of the show. Again, for anyone who has not tapped in, you go back, watch season 1 because season 2 is off to a rip-roaring fucking start, people.
Myha'la, again, not to equate you with your character Harper Stern, but are you good with money?
Oh, damn.
This is a yes or no question.
Yeah, I was going to say, this sounded like a no.
I'm getting so much better.
Okay. That's improvement. That's good.
I am.
That's
yes.
growth.
Yes. What they don't tell you when you start to make money, if you've never had money, is that you have more bills to pay and you get to keep a lot less of it.
The tax man cometh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He was rocking my shit, bro. I was like, who are you and what have you done with what, you know what I mean? Like, that was a really sick thing that wasn't nice, but how else are you going to learn? It's not like they teach you how to.
No, totally.
Uncle Sam has run through us all for sure.
Yeah, we've all got our back blown out by the fucking tax man. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, yeah, but I'm happy to report that I am getting so much better, and I have help.
Good.
Let me not cap. I have help.
You can't do it. You can't do it alone, right?
It takes a
you
village.
need that support system.
Yes.
Exactly. Wait, so do you have any hot stock tips for us, or no? You got nothing.
No, of course not. Obviously.
Yeah. That's why, Lawrence, that's why I read the question out.
No. You don't want that from me because I'll be like, get it in whatever investment you can that has anything to do with cats. Like that's
Invest in yourself.
Invest in
Yes.
Petco.
That's the advice
there
from
you go.
Myha'la
There it
Herrold.
is.
Invest in your fucking self.
Yeah, that's
Come
the advice
on
from
now.
Horny
Get
Jimmy as well.
Get a tattoo. Get that tattoo. Buy those Bottega slippers.
buy the Bottegas, bitch.
Yeah.
Buy them.
Yeah, invest in your drip.
Yes.
Buy the
drip.
Yeah, buy the drip. Start to fit.
Myha'la, all right. I want to talk about bodies. First of all, congratulations. It came out today nationwide. Following along just with like you and the whole fucking stacked cast looked fun as fuck, right? At least on social media, which is perception
is reality. Yeah.
Right.
Did you have a favorite moment filming with like such a fun looking crew?
Oh gosh. Genuinely, it is hard to pick because it was and it continues to be as fun and amazing with this group of people as it looks on social media. That's not a lie. We genuinely love each other, which I think is rare, except apparently not for me because I love industry cast as well. So I'm very
two.
I know. Well, 2 for 2, right? Let's hope it continues that
Fingers
way.
crossed.
Book of Mormon can kick rocks though.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
I think one of the most exciting moments was I won't spoil anything for people who haven't seen it yet, but there is a scene, the sort of penultimate scene in the film that on the page was 13 pages long.
Wow.
And it's between a handful of us, 4 or 5 of us, and we're sort of airing our grievances and coming for each other. And that was like the preparation for that felt very much like a play because the way we shot it was mostly single takes and we did almost the whole thing every time. And that one included like stunt work and props and people coming in and out and, you know, all kinds of things. And that was super fun for me because I love to be able to stick with something for a long time. Short takes are great, but if you have 13 pages with 3 other people and all this drama is happening, you really get to like completely give yourself to what's going on. And it was like very intense, high drama at that moment, which is, you know, that's me.
Sounds like Kubrickian to some degree, right? Like just like super fucking intense. So your favorite memory on set with this stacked cast and crew of legends is like the emotional, traumatic deep dive is what you're saying.
Oh, I've just made myself sound so pretentious.
No, you're an actor. You're a working actor.
I went to Carnegie Mellon for anyone who doesn't know.
Pittsburgh, baby.
Wow.
Yeah. No, that was really fun because we all got to do these big things and we all really loved each other. And in the same breath, we were like calling each other the most nasty things with all this like buzzword, high language stuff, which is so hilarious and fun. But that was one of my favorite moments. And then another favorite moment was like every day at like 4 a.m. when we were finished, we would all like go to someone's room and just lay in silence and like take in the trauma that we'd all just gone through together.
Group therapy, silence style.
Yeah, but with no talking.
Right.
None.
Yeah.
What was who was your favorite bodies castmate to party with? Callback question.
Oh my gosh. They all bring the funk in such different ways. This is also very okay. Wild card here. I'm going to say Helena, our director.
Oh, okay. The boss.
Helena is so fun. She's like scary fun and unpredictable fun. But she's also giving Mama Bear vibes. So it was always nice to like, and she drinks champagne.
Ooh, so fancy. That's director shit right there.
I mean, come on now. So
that's an A24 budget.
Yeah.
I love to kick it with her because she's always got the bubbles on lock.
Nice. I saw that you were doing some promo for Bodies on MTV and you're wearing a t-shirt from one of our favorite places, Pumps.
Yeah.
Bushwick's #1 topless bar. Are you a regular there?
Well, I wish I could say that I was a regular, but I'm just not in town often enough to be a regular. But Pumps is home, and I love everyone there. Big shouts out to Andy and Kat. They're the best.
Yo, shout out Kat.
Yeah, Kat's the best. Cat Spot, shameless plug for Cat Spot. She's got all of your bar needs. She's made. They're great, and they always supported me, which was nice. So I always like to come back and make it rain on them.
When you're next in New York, Budweiser's on us at Pumps.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Throwing down the TF corporate plastic, dude. We'll get you to the top of that pole one way or another.
So you've been on like a dual promo run with Industry Season 2 and Bodies. You must be exhausted. Thank you for giving us an hour of your brain space.
Appreciate you.
Has there been like a rock star moment or even like a pinch me moment that you've had while doing these dual promo tours?
Huh.
Like, have you trashed any hotel rooms? You fucking
yeah. Made it rain in the club.
Okay. Well, okay. So I don't know if it was like really a pinch me moment. I'm going to get all sappy and weird for a sec, but
go off
at the, thank you. At the Bodies premiere at Fort Greene Park, in Brooklyn, we watched the film outside with something crazy like 1,200 people. And then a bunch of us went back they had like a indoor outdoor like bar situation. And about midnight, the DJ just turned it right up with like all these like R&B and hip hop early aughts classics. And I swear to you, it was like 50 of us in this tiny box of a room. I have never been around so much sweat. It was like existed. Everyone was getting down. Big shout out to Dylan O'Brien, who has Megan Thee Stallion knees. That was so fun. And then me and all the girls had a little huggy moment, and we were like crying. We were like, we'll never see each other again.
the sisterhood. True. The sisterhood will live on in your hearts and minds forever.
That's true. It will. And
we have that exact moment after we wrap every single podcast episode.
Yeah, truly.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I hope we never see each other again, bro.
I'm a little disappointed to learn that James and myself are apparently the only two people in Brooklyn that were not invited to the Fort Greene screening. So 824, if you're listening, step up your fucking list, bro.
God no.
I know.
That's crazy.
Step it down.
Because I feel like you should have been there.
I agree. That's why I'm complaining publicly.
Is there a sequel? Is there a sequel in the works?
Yeah.
We thinking sequel?
Not that I know of.
Bodies.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love that.
Okay.
Well, with Industry Season 2 in the books with Bodies premiering, have you gotten yourself a little Atta-Girl present after these checks cleared?
I haven't yet. However, today, after we hop off the podcast, unfortunately, I am in the market for a new suitcase because the fucking idiots at the airport ripped off one of my wheels, my big trunk suitcase.
Wow.
So I might just drop a bag and go to Ramoa. I don't know.
She's gonna drop a bag on a bag, dog.
You
gotta go to Ramoa.
We're not doing like Louis or like Go Yard or like.
A Go Yard trunk would be fucking gas, dude.
I didn't even know what that was. I walked by it the other day and there's people out there and I was like, what is this? And the person I was with was like, oh, this is like a very exclusive thing. They don't do brand endorsements. They don't dress people. They don't even turn you away. And I was like, you know what? I'm not that status. It's not for me. I got to go plastic. Not at least not that.
You're Go Yard, Go Hard. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I seen you on the Chanel red carpet at the Tribeca Film Festival. Don't pretend like you don't got it like that, dog.
That was very fun.
We saw you in the Tommy B.
Yeah.
That was, oh my God. I cried at that show. It was so whimsical and beautiful. I sat there and cried. And that was my first and only fashion show I've ever been to. But I literally
send the bar high.
Fun. It was so good. I want to go again. I want to go again.
Brands, if you're listening, invite her to everything.
Yo, I will cry in the front row.
If you hit the 824 plug, we'll work our Fashion Connects, which maybe, kind of ends at Tom Brown. But is fashion a space where you want to like kind of enter into and participate in?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know to what degree, but I have always been a fan of fashion from very young. I've always been like into it, and not in the sense, I mean, I'm kind of like a shitty into it person because you name a bunch of things and I'll be like, I don't know what that is, but I'll be like, This is good. And I've always had like my mom and I would do like thrift shopping like every weekend in my hometown. That was like our thing. And we would always find brands and whatever. And she has like, a closet full of vintage Prada that she's found at the fucking Goodwill in San Jose.
Right.
She's my idol in that. So I love to find sort of hidden gems, and then build whatever I build from it, which is essentially what I did for this press tour. I dressed myself, which was very fun.
Yeah. Awesome. And not to gas you up, but like James and I, this is what we do. Like we look at you and we're like, that is natural swag. That is real fucking taste. So I think you got it. And again, for the brands listening, if you want her crying in the front row, fucking call her up. And James and I are usually crying at fashion shows, but it's because we got bad seats, typically in like the third or fourth row. But that's a separate conversation for another podcast,
Listen, I'll take it. But yeah, I would love to. I have a huge appreciation for fashion. I don't know yet that I have like the stamina, because that world is so beyond my understanding. It's so quick, and like I didn't understand that fashion shows were like 20 minutes long. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like
all that just for that
stuff and all this stuff, and we take all these pictures and then sit down for 20 minutes, and then everyone is gone. They're gone.
Yeah, 20 minutes is a long.
It's about
show.
half of an episode of Industry is typically the length of like a fashion show, if it's a long one.
Right, but I would love to be. I would love to be in that space just because I have a massive appreciation for it. So fingers crossed.
Well, as the doors open, as the access increases. Not just in fashion, but in film and TV. Do you have a dream director that you would love to one day work with?
Oh.
Let's manifest.
Manifest. Is there a dream director that I would... This is so hard.
You could name a few if you want, or, it's up to, go. The floor is yours. We just want to get inside that fucking ambitious mind.
I don't even have like a proper list. This is why I'm like, people are always so funny. They're like, you must know X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, I actually don't know like people's names very well, which I understand is like pretty disrespectful, but I know like moments and films and some people that I want to work with, but I'll shamelessly plug myself instead.
Okay.
Because I actually really want to direct. So I would love to work with myself.
Nice. Fuck yeah. Wait, like, do you have a project that you've like been working on that you're currently writing, or like where are we at?
Yeah. I have, there's two projects. One is an animated feature that is almost finished.
Let's fucking go, dude.
And then another one that I'm like working on the pitch and sort of developing with two of my best friends and my boyfriend and a director that I've worked with already. Caleb Femi, big shout out. We love Caleb Femi, who did Ep 5 and 6 of season 2.
Oh, 6.
Yeah. And so we're working on that one. And my hope is to co-direct that with him, since I haven't done it officially yet. But yeah, I really do love, like, pictures are important to me. I love what we do in front as much as we do behind the camera. And I would really love to do that.
Fucking name drop, big up yourself, dude.
Just real quick, if people thought that the end of episode 2 of season 2 was fucking like Michael Mann-esque, wait till the end of episode 6. I was ready to run through a fucking wall.
That one's really fun. We had to take a little cat nap in between shooting that one because it was so intense. We had to take a break and then come back to it.
Decompress or whatever. Yeah.
Truly, they were like,
shout out Jamie XX.
Right. Yeah. Go have a snack and then come back and we'll keep shooting this one. I'm really excited for everyone to see that.
Yeah. If you'll indulge us real quick, looking back for a second, is there a role that got away? Obviously no regrets, but like, was there something where you're like, that's still maybe you're like, damn, fuck.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Okay. Not really, but I will say because I do firmly believe that all the things that are meant for me will find me, and the things that are not. And this one was definitely a not, because Zendaya in Euphoria is one of the most prolific performances ever.
Right.
I did audition for it.
Wow, dog. That's a different show.
Yeah, it's a totally different show. Yeah. But I remember putting that tape together and I filmed it on an actual camera, which I don't do anymore because it's a waste of time and energy. But I filmed it on an actual camera and I edited it and I put the intro in and I did a whole thing for it because I just thought the script was so good. And I auditioned for Rue first, and then I auditioned for Maddie, which would have been terrible. I would have been so bad as Maddie. Oh my God.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
Because I'm
but
dressed like a fucking hooker.
I just did it wrong. I just did it so wrong. It was unbelievable.
No, not wrong. Your own way.
Different. You did it the Myha'la way.
Bad. Bad and wrong for the show.
Okay.
Yeah, so
all right,
I did audition that, but watching it, I was like, go off. Like, you have always been the right person for this. And I'm so, like, I was so
water
proud
under
of
the bridge.
Yeah.
So great.
Well, look, the universe has a funny way of things working out. And, season 1 and 2 of Industry, fucking fire. Let's manifest. Again, if you'll indulge us, let's manifest that you're nominated at the Emmys for Best Actress. What's the red carpet fit going to be?
Damn. I think to align me with the show, it's got to be some sort of deconstructed-esque suit that's like a gown. We might give a little bit of Angelina Jolie leg peek, but I'm now designing this dress. I'm thinking a sort of off the shoulder, like, the top of a jacket sort of coming off the shoulder, but maybe wrapping around one side, and then maybe the legs, maybe there's like a tailcoat or something, and the leg things coming around.
I'm hearing Margiela. I'm hearing some Margiela vibes. That's what I'm getting.
Okay. Maybe a little Balenci might be nice.
Ooh, if you're listening, Demna.
If you're listening, I've already picked the dress that is Balenciaga for, I don't know if it'll be my next premiere, but I just finished a film called Leave the World Behind with Sam Esmail for Netflix. I've already decided on a dress that's Balenciaga for that premiere.
Fire. Let's go.
Could you, the way that Mick and Con stole the purple hoodies for myself and Lawrence, could you steal some Harper Stern Johns and rework them into a dress? Like take a pantsuit and freak it?
Yeah.
No.
Also, HBO Wardrobe Department, we're just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh no, I love Colleen can absolutely get me something else, but I'm gonna leave Harper's Johns to her. She's earned them.
Okay, fair enough. You, as we've kind of emphasized, are getting huge fits off, and it's clear that it's your own style and it's your own swag and everything. Your boyfriend is also getting off crazy fits, at least on Instagram.
Yeah, for real. The fit pics are going wild.
Does he have your influence to thank, or is he being a big boy and getting dressed on his own?
Oh, he's so fine. He's getting dressed on his own for sure, but my input is very much in that bitch.
Yeah. Okay. Your fingerprints are all over the fit pics.
I'm definitely being like, babe, what about this? Do you like this? How about this? But he puts it all together himself.
Okay, yeah. And he wears it. He wears it as himself.
He does. He's wearing it. I'm obsessed with him, and he's so fine. And he always looks so good. I'm so glad you guys noticed. That's
how are we not going to notice? I mean, he's on your feed looking fucking spicy on the red carpet. He's on his own shit going fucking hammer time. You bring some ingredients, and then he's cooking up the dish himself. Is what you're saying?
Absolutely. I just make a friendly suggestion, and then he absolutely just cranks it out every time.
Oh, do you buy him? He be cranking.
Do you cop him shit? Like if you're out and you see like something dope, are you like, you buy it for him? Like, do you do any of that or?
Sometimes I've definitely for his birthday or for our anniversary, it's very hard to resist when you're like, I think actually the last time the both of us were in London, I needed a pair of tennis shoes and we went into Burberry and I was like, okay, I don't understand why men's shoes always have the best color palettes. Why do y'all get the best shit? No shade on women's shoes, but because
the sneaker industry is run by men.
Yeah.
Right.
And we have bigger feet, so it's more materials, aka more money. So it's just it's a game, bro.
The pejorative at sneaker companies, and this is real. This comes from people that work there. Is the prevailing attitude when it came to designing women's shoes, which is changing, right? But the prevailing attitude was shrink it and pink it. Just take the men's shoe, make it small, make it pink.
Yeah, fucking gross, dude.
That's the problem I have for it. Make it small, but don't put that you know what I mean? So what happened this one time and has happened before is I see something on the men's side of the store that I love that I can't wear because they don't have it in my size. So I just get it for him instead. And then I appreciate it on his body.
Ooh. I mean, listen, music to my ears, man.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of your incredibly well-dressed, beautiful mans, it's time for everyone's favorite portion of the podcast.
A little sex and dating, a little sucking and fucking, nothing.
Meats and cheeks, baby. And, you know, in case we weren't already talking about that before, but Myha'la, what's the worst first date you've ever been on?
Oh, you know, I haven't been on many actual dates.
That's a problem. That is a problem.
I mean, you're young.
I am young, but so worst first dates, probably this one that I went on, this guy who I knew he was gay, and I don't know why he wanted to take me out, but he took me to this like weird, I want to say it was some sort of like fish place. I don't even remember what we ate, but it was so awkward, and I got kind of drunk because it was so awkward. And then when he dropped me off, I was like, come upstairs. And he just pied me so hard. He was like, yeah, no. And then left.
He mugged you off, man.
Yeah, he bugged me off pretty hard.
Have you guys since reconciled? Where like, is he now comfortable enough with himself where he's not trying to take women on dates?
Oh no, yeah, everything is fine. He's good and I'm good.
Love that. That's a beautiful story.
Did he feel comfortable enough to come out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm upstairs. No, you don't have a dick.
Yeah.
No dick up there for me.
That is a dickless. That is a dick-free zone. I am not interested.
Yep.
But for all the young guys listening at home, who are maybe looking for love, maybe they shouldn't go out on a date with someone of the gender that they're not interested in. What's a solid first date fit that you would recommend?
For me, I'm just trying to see personality, which you get a lot of through the fit. So I would say put something on that makes you feel good about yourself, that is slightly more polished than you on the. It also depends on where we're going. If we're going out to dinner and it's like a nice place, like put a shoe on, you know what I mean? Put a nice shoe on, or like put the off-whites on, but they better be clean. You know what I mean?
Right, for sure.
Just cleaned and polished.
This is great advice. Be yourself, but like be the little bit better version of yourself, because it is like a high stakes moment, you know?
Yeah. Be you on your best day.
Yeah. You got to be yourself.
Bars.
Myha'la, you are in a beautiful relationship with a sexy, well-dressed man.
Yes.
But who's on your hall pass list?
Who's on my hall pass?
Yeah, who are your celeb crushes now that you're a celeb? I
don't even really have one, honestly. I genuinely don't. This is me being 100% wifed up. Like I've been domesticated type shit. I've had my fun, and believe me, I have had it. So I'm really good. However, you know, if sometime down the line and we really been through it and there's a hottie out there and we're both like, that's hot, you never know. I mean, you got to mix it up and keep things excited. We might invite somebody in at some point, but
like Idris Elba.
No.
Okay.
Not to say that Idris isn't hot, but I feel like I would just.
I was thinking of the hottest British guy I could.
Now I know who's on Lawrence's hall pass list.
Yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? Fucking check that box for me and my wife.
The hottest British guy is Skepta, bro.
Ooh, big smoke is hot, dude. Yeah, for sure.
That's hot.
Yeah.
I actually think I would prefer a woman.
Oh,
add anybody in.
Damn, look at us being fucking too trad. Okay, respect.
All right, well, let's move into the third and final section of this podcast. Payola, baby.
Cold hard cash.
Myha'la, how much money do you make?
Yeah.
Oh. Actually, I can't even tell you because it literally changes every year. Yeah. I have zero guarantee of numbers on paper, so I couldn't even tell you if I wanted to. That's me being very diplomatic.
I don't even know how much money Lawrence and I make, to be honest. Like,
that's good.
As creatives, as independent creatives,
it's so much that it's just hard to keep track.
It's hard to, there's not enough numbers in.
No, they haven't invented all the numbers yet for that kind of.
They haven't invented
letters to yours now. It's
right. Yeah.
39 ABC. Yeah.
That's like X's in there and shit. It's wild, bro.
No, Lawrence,
I can't even recognize.
I'm pretty sure they invented the number 80,000.
Yeah. Right.
Wait, Myha'la, though, what do you like to spend your hard-earned money on? Whether, we talked about like clothes, but what else besides clothes?
Food.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're gourmand?
Well, I am. It's not like I'm not like a snob about it. I don't know where the good food's at, but I want to find it. I love to eat well.
It's like your relationship with fashion. You just have good fucking taste, my friend. That's really what it comes down to. You're like, I know good shit when I see it, and I want to wear it, and I want to fucking eat it. But don't fucking ask me to name it because I don't know.
I actually can't.
Do you have a favorite New York City restaurant right now?
Ooh.
Yes. Mondo's my boyfriend. Mondo and I go to De La Rocos in Brooklyn Heights like 3 times a week. It's a pizzeria and it has best gluten-free crust I have ever had in my life.
I see. Okay.
That's very, very good.
Myha'la and Mondo, I like that.
That's a
great fucking just rolls off the tongue.
A little alliteration for your ass.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Myha'la. Before we end this episode of the only podcast that matters and steal a little bit more of your time for the afters, which I know you're a big fan of, or at least Harper Stern is.
Yeah,
she's
Harper
the admiral of the afters. We would love to offer up some constructive criticism just from like where we're sitting, because you're obviously killing it. Bodies in theaters now. Industry season 2, fucking banging every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern on HBO and HBO Max. Right? Allow us to just give you, take it or leave it. Highly suggest you take it. Anyone that's left it failed. Anyone that's taken it, big success. First up,
just saying.
So like I mentioned, we nearly got a cameo in season 2, but Mick and Con were fucking pussy boys and didn't want to break COVID protocol. Get us a cameo in season 3.
I will try.
Okay.
I will try. Genuinely.
That's all we can ask for is your effort. Your A+ effort.
Yeah. How do you see us fitting in? Like, what are we doing? Are we like those? Are we the nonces like doing the fucking amazing ad libs in the background? Are we like fucking chopping up lines at the afters?
Billionaire playboys.
The question is, do you want a cameo as yourself or as a character?
Oh, no. Yeah. I want to be me.
Exist in the world.
Yeah. That would be cool. Really, I don't know why.
Harper's like, yo, I found this fucking hot podcast we should invest in.
Yeah. I mean, because here's the thing, like Harper is the best at taking people home. You know what I mean? What if you guys are on a trip to London? Y'all been here. Y'all are in the club with who knows what and who, and he meets you guys and your other Americans in the spot. Like, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of potential. You could also suddenly blow up to the extent that you need a hedge fund guy or a something maybe, or I don't know. It depends on what you want, but this is actually something I can.
We should continue workshopping this. You are a writer. You have a career fucking behind the camera. I mean, everything I just heard was fucking incredible.
By the way, Harper has unstoppable riz. I mean, like she is just pulling bodies. Not to
for real, dude.
Continue making that pun, but like it's wild. That's all I'll say. I mean, maybe are you drawing on like your past experience as like a party girl? And you're just fucking pulling at the
pre-homebody days. Yeah.
Listen, I have no trouble. Is all I'm gonna say.
I like that, dude.
I have
supreme confidence. Yeah.
I have no problems getting what I want to get, and I'm actually very, very picky. I'm very picky.
Well, yeah, clearly look at your mans.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Okay, but I also
grade A, B.
Like, I'm punching up with him, and everyone's like, "No, you're not," and I'm like, "I know, but how nice is it to feel like I am?" You know what I mean?
I mean, you're literally punching up in that he's like 6'9".
Yeah, he's much taller than you.
I'm literally punching to the sky. He's so much taller than me. Genuinely, I'm breaking my neck every time I have to look at him, but it's so worth it because when I do, like. Oh.
You're both lucky because, again, he is dating a popping working actor. So
thank you very much.
Again, let's be clear. All right. One more piece of constructive criticism before we get you out of here, Myha'la. Yes. James alluded to this a little bit earlier. And before I got too hot, I was wearing the OG from the set, pilfered by our boys, Pierpoint & Co., management offsite, purple hoodie. You already know the fucking vibes. Could you potentially follow in their footsteps? And when we start fucking shooting season 3, can you steal more props and wardrobe from the set for me and James?
I don't see why not.
Thank you. That's all I needed. I want to have a whole cottage. We could have a cottage industry of just stealing fucking merch and props from set. And then we flip them on eBay, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm just saying. The show is big enough. I really think enough people hit us up about these hoodies, you know?
Okay. Well, how about this? I'm actually going to flip something. What I could do is get like things that I've used that have like if I use a cup or something.
Oh, right. That have like your secretions and juices on them.
Yeah. That has all my DNA all over it.
Oh, so like we're going to be selling Myha'la bathwater. Like,
yeah. Yo, these Japanese businessmen are not going to know what hit them, dude. We're about to fucking cake up.
I mean,
oh God. I have to say, you guys, just really quick, you were like, this is constructive criticism. And then you just asked me to do things for you. Is that like
yeah, that's how, I mean, listen, you're a smart person because that is what it is. It is us basically just asking for favors.
Speaking of the purple hoodie, though, I know that Mick and Khan spoke about this publicly and that, yes, we saw the DM. So, we were privy to privileged knowledge. But what went through your head when you heard that Virgil was like wanting to design a whole fucking capsule collection around industry based around the purple hoodie specifically?
RIP's their dad.
Yeah. I mean, I had the pleasure of communicating with Virgil when the show came out.
Wow.
Sick.
Yeah. And I never got to meet him, but this man's reach was so far and so wide that it struck, I think, everybody who was even adjacent to him. Totally. So when I found that out, I was like, what? And I reached out and was like, bro, I love you. And he was like, oh my God, I'm such a fan. Can I send you some stuff? And
amazing.
Damn, flow team from the god himself.
Damn, I mean, incredible. Yeah, he sent us some stuff, which was a gift. And a few weeks before he passed, he invited me and Mando to his flagship store in London, and they gifted us.
Oh, wow.
And
big RIP to the fucking legend, dude. Changed the game.
Mean, he really did. And when I knew about the capsule collection and peeped it, I was shocked and amazed at how
it was good shit.
It was. And I feel so bummed that collaboration didn't happen and won't happen, because that would have been the kind of like revolutionary collaboration between the TV film industry and a designer that like hasn't happened and might not happen. And the fact that he was so passionate about it, could have been so exciting. And I just send him and his folks all the love in the world, because it really meant so much to us that he fucked with us.
He was such a fan, right? I think that's that would have been the difference between this collab and when you see this stuff happen, it feels like a cash grab or not like an authentic thing. Right. He was just a fucking stan of industry and just loved what you guys were doing. And I mean, just even now that story is public, though, it is cool that like people, because that is a kind of like a beautiful moment for like the legacy of industry, and then also like a nice little footnote in like Virgil's very illustrious career, even though it was cut short. So thank you for sharing that. It's very, very wonderful to hear.
Of course. Big ups to him, man. He's the best.
But steal some bathwater so we can see.
And again, please spit. Can you spit in some Pure Point mugs so we can again sell them?
Easy.
To sexual deviants like horny Jimmy.
Myha'la, thank you for coming on to the Only Podcast Matters. Don't log off because we still have another 5-10 minutes. If you could be so generous.
Absolutely.
But for the afters. But where can the kids follow you? What do you want to plug right now?
The floor is yours.
The floor is mine. I'll plug Bodies one more time. This is a very fun movie. If you like to have fun, go. Bring your friends, go see it in the theater. You're gonna die.
It's like a theater experience where people are like laughing and like the whole energy of the space is like unreal, right? Yeah,
seeing it amongst people is the best way to see this kind of film.
Oh, for sure.
It's just the best, and people are so funny in it. So go see it. You're
gonna literally die. Get your body caught. Yeah. Seeing bodies.
Say your goodbyes because you will die.
You will literally die.
And obviously watch season 2, and all my peoples in the UK, be patient because it's coming and when it drops, you're going to love it. And stay tuned because I've got some things coming next year, which is great.
Hell yes. Myha'la, thank you for coming on to the Only Podcast That Matters. Jeff, take us out.